Their problems is that they had giants. Giants that were 15, 20, and 30 feet tall. They ate people. They ruined everything. They scared the shit out of everybody. Yeah? They created hostility. They were cannibals. It was an enormously hostile time. And the same thing happened with France. Study France and you'll find 30 foot tall, 40 foot tall, monstrous like beings. Yeah? And you go from country to country and go back in our history, we'll find that that's where we were at. We had all kinds of terrible things in our kingdoms, in our life, that were in the world that we were dealing with. And we don't have any history, nothing written down, nothing telling us this is where we're coming from. Just 500 years ago. When Columbus came to the United States, when other explorers came to the United States, it's written in books. The first thing they found was giants. The first thing they found. And yet, we have no record of such things. And if anything, a 7-foot person is a giant. It's not a giant. A 30-foot person is a giant. Really big person. Really big. And they're not hunched over, and they are massively strong, massively fast. They can travel at 50 miles an hour at a run. You know, you can't get away from them. You know, imagine like being tackled by giants. You know, and that's your predator. You know, so your eating habits, your lifestyle, everything is based on temple building, you know, and taking out these giants one at a time. And you all had to gather together. All the Indians had to work together, surround the giants and kill them. And if anybody got weak, anybody ran, and there was just only a few, it didn't work. Everybody had to do it. Everybody had to build a big pit. You had to get them into that area. You had to throw as many stones, as many spears you possibly could. You had to put them on fire, you know, and then as many as would be gone. You might have left over 100, you know, and that would last you another 50, 60, 100, 200 years of one family after another fighting the giants until they were all gone. And that's the history of Earth. That's the history of Earth, whether you're from Iraq, Israel, Turkey, Africa, China, Japan. I got video of a 22-foot giant that was alive in 1961 walking the streets of Japan. Yeah, he wasn't hunched over, he wasn't disfigured, you know. It was one really big dude. One really big dude, you know. And you know he didn't sit around eating vegetables. You know. He would have never gotten to that point. Never existed. They ate people and animals. Every animal that they can possibly subsist on. You know, so that was our past. How you can't intellectualize it. You're only in fear. You are at war with the giants. That's how your life goes about. Yeah? The giants are in charge. Yeah? And hundreds of years, maybe thousands and thousands of years have gone by doing this sort of thing. It's in the Bible. That's thousands of years. That's almost 8,000 to 10,000 years ago when David went through his process. Yeah? Goliath. Yeah? And study others, you know. You'll find all the way back to the most ancient of days and times of different types of Egyptian understanding. Egyptian statues that are 40 feet tall, they found literally mummies that were 40 feet tall, encased, sitting inside. Yeah, so the statues aren't an exaggeration. They're life size. Yeah? And it's not like, you know, delusions of grandeur. These are kings and giants that took over the world. Yeah? And that process had moved through humanity over time. We eliminated them, but we also eliminated their history. We don't know they exist. So here I can explain, yeah, everybody reincarnates, and so do giants. And they come back as Hitler. Yeah? They come back as Genghis Khan. They come back as regular-sized people with great big egos that devour people. Devour them. Devour nations. Yeah? Have no consideration. None. Zero. They're giants. Yeah? And they're going to devour you and take over. And they're only going to be enforcing the will of hate. Because deep inside, there's no love. Deep inside, they're giants. They're a different race. Another kingdom. Yeah? Kingdom of hate. Kingdom of monsters. Yeah? That we simply don't want to even consider that this is something that goes on earth. Because we look at each other and we just go, oh, I can't understand why they do this, why they're so mean, and why Trump does what he does and all that. I don't understand how that's possible. It's because of reincarnation, and these people do come back. Yeah? But we get rid of them by fostering the Buddha, the Dharma, the Sangha. Oh.